Welcome back, fight fans. I'm AmiPolizeiFunk. I'm here with my man Ciez. Ciez, how you doing? We got one in the books.
Yeah, that was a great set, and hopefully Cruzy can fight his way out of the loser's bracket and come back and, make it to the grand finals. I want every player to make it to the grand finals. That sounds super cheesy and stuff, but I don't know.
No, I hear you, man. When one of these warriors gets knocked out, it's going to be, we're going to be sad for this guy because, it might be a guy that fought his way through the quali bracket last week, or it might be one of our top seeds, We got these great pictures, but right now I got to promote a little bit for the fighter that is about to face KoreanArmy. I think I have his invite player card. Yes, if I can press the right button, bang, there you go. That guy on the right, the number 4 seed, that's Aimstrong. He's coming from Denmark. He won the first big event ever in the history of Company of Heroes 2. He won the $1,000 TFN World Championship right at launch. And he's been hanging around in other tournaments. He did well in Alienware EU. He got 5th in Dr. Vox in December. So, every time there's an event, Aimstrong's been right with us. And it's going to be on KoreanArmy, who's got to be feeling it. He just beat Cruzy. KoreanArmy's got to be. He's got the touch, right? That micro scene on all 3 fronts, playing all 3 fronts so successfully. He's feeling it. This is the thing. If you get invited into an event, and it's like a hybrid event, like Operation Charlie Fox, where 4 players are invited and then 8 players come in from the qualifiers. The invited players, they have the luxury of watching their opponents, of relaxing. They don't have the stress. They can practice and spar and so forth. So they do have that advantage. But their disadvantage is that they haven't been competing at the highest level where all the stakes are on the line. KoreanArmy fought his way here. He's feeling the rhythm. He's down in there slugging away, right? And he knows how it feels. He's used to it, man. It's in the blood. And Aimstrong's got to come in a bit cold. He's got to come in from the side a bit cold and see how he can handle this guy. So it's like preparedness versus rhythm versus fatigue versus preparation. A lot of things are going to go into this next matchup. Actually, Ciez, why don't you shout out him a bit while I try to get my overlay in order.
All right, and so one thing I was just thinking about a minute ago, and this is, hashtag the dream, is if we could ever have a live KO2 event, I would just love to watch the hands of these players, like when KoreanArmy was furiously microing everywhere and Cruzy was trying to counter it all, just being able to see their expressions and their hands going. That's just like the dream for KO2, right?
Yeah, I experienced that once, actually. That you mentioned it, I immediately think of my visit to Vancouver 2 years ago. Relic Entertainment was kind enough to invite a bunch of community members out. You might have seen maybe some pictures from Helping Hands' stream. And, there were 10 or 12 of us there. It'd be too long to try to list everybody. But a bunch of us were out there. And there was a period where we got to watch, they gave us a little tour through the studio, and we got to see what they were working on next, after signing NDAs and being forced to secrecy. Actually, when we went through, we saw designs for USF stuff. Like, I saw a paratrooper badge, and I was like, I knew then that the Western Front armies were being planned, and I kept my mouth shut for 8 months, Ciez. It wasn't easy. But the point I'm trying to make with the story is that for the first time I saw really great players, and there are a lot of great players at Relic. I saw them battling it out. They were fighting in a game on Langraskaya, which wasn't even in the game yet. So we were looking over their shoulder and saying, "Is that Langras? Is that they're porting Langras?" That we were excited by that. But then we got to see guys like Jason Lee and Braden Chan. They're pounding their hotkeys. High APM crazy. We got to watch Sefa versus Peter Kumsia. Watching that live was so thrilling, and I just, that's been my dream for ages, to have a live event for this game. And I think, with each event like this, with the success of Operation Charlie Fox, with raising, in total, if you count what KO2.org gets and what the players gets, in total, we raised over $10,000. You contributors are just beasts. We raised 10 grand. We never imagined we would get anywhere near that. So the potential is there, and we are proving it in every way, shape, and form. And, I think, Ciez, I think we're getting a little bit closer to that live event dream.
Yeah, I think so. I remember when we did the OCF kickoff stream, I think you didn't even think we were going to make it to $2 grand. out.
Yeah.
By the main event,
Yeah.
and we've more than doubled what you thought like we wouldn't even make it to. Right?
Yeah. Everybody's been surprised. It's been a real rallying call. Guys, coming up next, look at this. Korean Army versus Aimstrong. Let me reset the scores. We have no idea who's going to play which faction, or we don't even know yet which map it's going to be on. Maybe we're going to get tipped off. Are you keeping an eye on the list, Ciez?
Yeah, I'm refreshing the list. I also have Aimstrong on my friends list, and I'm waiting to see when he goes in game.
Okay, so we haven't missed anything yet.
Not yet. I'll let you
Okay.
know. I'll give you I'll give you at least a 5 minute. Even if you're talking, I'm just gonna interrupt you and be like, "All right, Ami, we got 5 minutes before the game starts."
All right, good. So we do have a bit of time. They haven't started yet. That first series was pretty fast. We're the first series to be reported. If we have a look over here, we have the challenge brackets, and this is where the referees are actually reporting the scores live. And you can see I hit this web page during the break. And you can see that we are the only score that is reported. So we were first, Korean Army 2-0 versus Cruz. And you can see that sets up the Korean Army versus Aimstrong matchup. But, this was 5 minutes ago. And let me just refresh it and see if any more scores have come in. And it looks like we do.
In the chat.
We have another score. Yeah, I warned you guys. I warned you guys I was going to do this. So if you're upset about being spoiled, it's your own damn fault. Close your eyes. This is all happening live. And I am excited to announce that Hoi Paul AD has defeated DevM.
Yeah, not 2-1. I mean, I saw it in the chat. Not 2-1 either, from what I'm hearing. He 2-0'd DevM.
Yes, he did. So, yeah, it's funny. Paul is a character, to say the least. I don't know a lot about him. I think that maybe he's Chinese living in America. Is that right?
I believe that is correct, yes.
So
he's definitely Chinese, and I'm 98% sure he either lives in America or he uses like a U.S. proxy to play the game. Because if you look at him on the leaderboards, he has the American flag, because Relic keeps track of, what country everybody's from.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's a character, man. Like he's PMing me this morning, was it? Saying, what if I'm an hour and a half late?
An hour and a half. That's a little bit late. I think that might be a little bit much.
And then I got confused because I was like, what the hell? Because I thought maybe he was one of the seeded players and he wouldn't play in the first round. But then I was like, wait, this is Paul. He has to play at 1500 GMT just like everybody else. And then I'm like, I said, my response to what if I'm an hour and a half late was, if you're 15 minutes late, you're disqualified.
That's the official rules, right?
Those are the rules. So he said he had to work or something, or had to work something out with his boss, or I don't know. But yeah, sorry, no, you're not. Because basically, if anybody's late in the first round, everybody has to wait. So that's just not on. But I guess he worked it out, and look at him showing up and just, sending DevM to the losers bracket. We all have to remember that DevM is not out of this tournament. And in fact, I can tell stories about DevM. Do you guys remember in Sunday Night Fights Season 4 when DevM lost 2 contender bouts? You know the structure of Sunday Night Fights. It's like an 11-week thing, and there's like an open quali, and then there's a contender bout. And the winners of the contender bouts move on to the semifinals. So you get 4 chances to become a semifinalist. And I can tell you in SNF4, DevM lost twice. He lost 2 different contender bouts before he finally won the last one and then won the whole thing. So if anybody
can't count him out.
Yeah, if anybody can come back from the lower bracket, it would be DevM. But so he's going to go down there, and we don't know who they're going to fight yet. But after we fill in these next couple of matches, it looks like the verdict is still out on Vindy versus Simbi. I knew that would be a close match. Vindicare X versus Symbiosis. I would love to be a fly on the wall for that one. Hopefully you guys are watching that. And then the other hot one that I'm going to need to watch the VODs tonight. I just have to know how it goes down between Barton PL and Jove. So we don't have a result on that one yet either. Any news from the front? Ciez.
AIM's still out of the game, and remember how I was telling you about KV8s? Apparently people in the chat were saying that Jove lost to many, many KV8s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Many? How many can you have?
I don't know.
All right, I'm just
I think it's
picking up
like 4.
What? Wow. Okay, look out. OCF meta, here it comes, right? We saw both of our players have the KV8 available to them in shock rifle, but neither of them wound up going for it for whatever reason. Let's have a look at our player cards. This is our number 4 invite to Operation Charlie Fox. This is Aimstrong. He's from Denmark, and you can see that he is the number 1 British Forces player. Have you seen any of his British Forces games, Ciez?
I feel like I saw one. I think it was him against Hans, where Hans was doing like super well, and then the Croc came and then just kind of went south from there. Like it was pretty even until the Croc came, and then I was like, well, yeah, the Croc is good and stuff.
All right, well, that won't be happening today because those 2 Croc commanders are barred from this event. But what I've seen recently, and I've seen quite a few of his British Forces games, I love to just spy on auto match and ops mode. You know, that's like the first thing I do when I log into Company of Heroes 2 is check the live games and see if any of the top players are playing. And when Aimstrong's playing, I just have to go drop in there and take a look. And I can tell you that he's often been going for an early Centaur, and the Centaur now is just a monster.
Yeah, it's a pretty beast. It's probably the best anti-infantry specialist tank in the game. Unless you count the KV8 or the Croc as like, you know, AI specialist tanks. But they're calling, so I don't think they count, you know. But if you claim for like the Lukes and the Ostwind and the Sherman and the Centaur, I think the Centaur comes out quite ahead in terms of killing power.
Yeah, it's a monster. I mean, it's like an M17 on crack, you know? You see the M17 shooting those quad laser beams? Well, the Centaur is like a tank, so it can take a bit of punishment, and it's just like rat-a-tat-tat. I love the unit, actually. Have you ever noticed that in the engine portion, there's like a grill in the back that spits fire out of the back of the Centaur? Have you noticed that?
I haven't noticed. No, I don't think I zoom in as much as you do.
Man, I'm telling you, this thing is like... It's like shooting fire out of like some kind of rear exhaust by the engine and the rear of the tank. It's just so awesome looking. So I wonder if we might see Brits from Aimstrong. I have no idea. I mean, he's number 1. He's been practicing them. Look at that, 9-11. You know, that's his batting average with Brits. He's batting 91%. 72-7. We can only assume from these stats that either he's throwing a curveball or he's going to play Brits. We'll have to see.
I think without the Croc though, like I don't want to harp on the Croc so much, but like when that thing comes out, you just lose, right? Like how do you? and I don't want to sound salty, right? But like I'm generally asking chat.
Did you get beat by a Croc last night?
I got beat by like 2 Crocs last night. I don't want to talk
all
about
right,
that.
because you definitely let's start shaking some PJ. Okay, well he's also 11th as USF, so. Because his rank is hidden as Soviets, you know, but I wouldn't put it past Aimstrong. You know what he used to like to do in tournaments of old is he would always smurf before the tournament. So I wouldn't put it past him to be practicing Soviets like on a smurf account that we have no idea about. So you never know what's going to go. And then look at this guy. He's number 2 is the Ost there. So 2 little medals on his card. Let's quickly reintroduce you to KoreanArmy. You know, his 1v1 stats aren't near as tight. He's not even in the top 10, not even in the top 20 of any of the 1v1s. But we saw him take it to Cruzy. So we know that anything is possible, and he is definitely in rhythm. Ciez, have they started their game yet?
No. I don't know, maybe we should like message one of them. I don't want to bother them if they're busy doing picks and bans, but no, Aimstrong is still
that could be happening.
Not in the game. Unless I friend requested the wrong Aimstrong.
No,
because I'm just looking at, oh wait, Aimstrong is now playing Company Heroes 2. I think I got the right guy.
All right, maybe they just
might be starting in a minute.
Their picks and bans. If any of my referees are listening to us now that might have happened to have witnessed those map bans, we would love to hear about it because we're going to have some time to kill. Not only do they have to start the match, but we have to get past the delay. While we do have a little break, I would like to point your attention to my looping background that you see behind me. This is brand new, hot off the press. And actually, if you look very carefully right now, you'll notice something funny about it. Does anybody see anything funny? Let's look in the chat if anybody notices anything funny about the background right now. It's closer to Ciez than it is to me, the funny thing. But anyway, this is a brand new background made by Janna252. He is our coder supreme at co2.org, and he also can jump into the world builder, and I guess it's NIS. What does that stand for, Ciez? What is the NIS? That's some kind of tool that allows you to do scripting. So he's able to script the movement of the camera. So in the background, you see this lovely shot of Arnhem Checkpoint, and if you'll notice, the Operation Charlie Fox HQ, that's the yellow building that's right in the middle, has flags waving because it's been garrisoned and upgraded to some kind of HQ by the British, and you've got the glider landing in the top left. You can see that's a Cromwell on the right. When it gets closer to the building, you can see a little universal carrier. So, you know, the Comet up here in the poster by TM Dutchy is our poster boy for Operation Charlie Fox, because part of our intention in hosting this tournament is to celebrate the launch of the British forces, and there's no better way to welcome that new faction to the game and to balance it than by, you know, sending it right into a tournament situation in 1v1. And so any balance, you know, like any buffs or nerfs that need to happen will make themselves clear. Jan252 lets me know, he's the creator of this background sequence, that NIS stands for non-interactive sequences.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to keep that in my bank of fun facts for trivia night and stuff.
Okay, well, if you were looking for the funny thing, it's too late now, but when the camera was zooming out, you might notice that the fountain was sucking the water down the tube. The fountain was in reverse. So there you go, revealed. Any status from in-game, Ciez?
I keep refreshing my game list, but I don't see either... Oh, wait, unless it's a Korean Army game. No, I still see it. Because, yeah, under Friends games, I should still see it, right?
Yeah.
Saw it last time with Cruz in there.
I mean, they might know that they're a bit ahead of the pack, so they might be giving Korean Army a little bit of a rest. You know, it is about 1 a.m. his time. Or actually, we're getting closer to 2 a.m. his time in Seoul. Nosely Reborn is here. He says that Simon will play Brit. Simon is, of course, the real first name of Mr. Aimstrong. He often goes by Simon in-game. TM Dutchy is here. We need a court order to get Barton to chuck something about soap. Oh, the chat's flying by so fast. To chuck that soap. Chuck, you mean like chug? Chug it? All right, guys, we're just killing some time here. We're waiting for Simon and Korean Army to get started. I guess we could see if any more results come in.
So he's offline now. I think... Oh, there we go. Yep, I think he went offline so nobody PMs him during the game. And I see their game is up now. I'm going to go ahead and load it up.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, let's go, folks. Let's get this game loaded. We are eager and excited to bring you round 2 of the winner's bracket between Simon, a.k.a. Aimstrong, and Korean Army, who just knocked Cruz down into the lower bracket. I'm refreshing my friends list, and sure enough, Soldiers of Liberty, Korean Army's game is there, and we are chasing them in, folks.
So speaking of the chat going by super fast, last weekend at the end of the Captain Price, who was Price playing? Symbiosis, Price Symbiosis game. We had like some actual esports chat in the SNF channel. I don't know if you got to saw it because you were casting, but when the game was over, the chat was just flying by of like, you know, GG, well played, wrecked, blah, you know, just all of the stuff you could imagine. It was beautiful to see.
You know what I think of sometimes is I think that, you know, our community's small compared to MOBAs, you know, of course, not even worth comparing. We're like a sand in the ocean next to those like monstrous esports and their $1 million prize pools. But one thing that's nice about our community is that, you know, when you go check out a Twitch stream, you can actually chat with your friends and you can talk about strategy and tactics and goings on, you know, and it's almost like we're in a like gold rush, golden era of chat in this community. It's small enough that we can all interact with each other. We can get to know each other by first name basis, you know, like as it grows, yeah, we'll see more of what you were talking about, like esports chat where it's just, it's almost like Twitch chat is nullified and it's just a flood of spammeremo and, you know, like kappas
Copy
and
pastas.
salties and copy pastas and yeah. I mean, of course, there are always measures. You can put it in slow mode or you can put it in subscriber only or whatever, but there's something just nice about just letting it rip, isn't there?
Yeah, and the other thing that you have to remember is, you know, how long was Dota 2, Dota 1, you know, with a small community doing stuff just like we're doing right now before they got their ridiculous viewership and their $1 million prize pools, right? Like, all of these esports had to start somewhere.
Yeah,
and do the same stuff that
CS:GO
we're doing right now.
is a great example of that. Counter-Strike was, like scraping by for quite some time before it just sort of exploded. And now we're seeing Counter-Strike in arenas. All right, guys, we're in game. We got a 6-minute delay, of course. We have an 8-minute delay between when they play it and when we show it, to prevent any kind of cheating. This is an online event, so let's just get our stream all wired in. Let's turn off the fog of war. Korean Army is going to be in the blue trunks. He'll be playing Soviets. We got Aimstrong. He'll start as Wehrmacht, and we're on Langrskaya, which is just wonderful because, again, we're going to see a map that we did not see in the open qualification tournament. And Langrskaya has been newly rebalanced. I'm showing the tactical map now. You can see these VPs are very much far forward. This VP on the left used to be practically covered by base. It used to be really far close to the base in the south, and this VP on the right used to be way up in the corner next to the base in the north, and now those VPs have been moved and centralized, and because of this we should see lots more harassment. And like often the problem with Langrskaya is they would split down this middle S-curve road, and you'd get this campy kind of I on this side, you on that side, let's just throw a bunch of mortars and artillery at each other. But with these VPs being closer and more harassable, we should see a lot more cutoff moves and so forth. Actually, the cutoff points, this point here in the south cuts the player off of the left ammo and fuel. And this point here in the north, right outside of this base, if the southern player captures it, it cuts off all this stuff on the right. So these have also been adjusted to be more fair. So that's key, that the north player and the south player should have an equal opportunity to go for a cutoff move. Ciez, what do you think of the changes to Langrskaya?
I really love the changes. We played around with it a little bit, before Relic released it, and that's why I was one of the ones kind of vouching to put this map in the pool. I know a lot of people were worried about it because of, exactly what you were saying. The whole, I camp my side, you camp your side. An hour and a half later, maybe we have some cool fights and somebody wins. But now, if you look across the map, like, if you open up the tactical map, that might be the easiest way to see it. If you drew a line from like the leftmost corner of the square of the map to the rightmost corner, all of the important points are pretty much right between each player's bases, all spread out. And so there's like a lot of real estate to fight for across the entire middle of the map, which means you have to spread your army out a lot more and be a lot more, proactive and mobile and harassy rather than hiding mortars behind hedges and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm so glad that they vetoed all the other maps and we get to see a new map, because we didn't get to see Langrskaya at all last week. The referees and I felt a little unsure about it because these changes are relatively new. I mean, this map was drastically modified when the Brits came. So, that was September 4th. That was, like 3 weeks ago? So these changes are relatively new, so we weren't 100% sure about it. We knew we wanted to put it in the main event pool and let the players pick the maps, but we weren't sure enough that we wanted to force people to play it in the open quali. So it wasn't part of the open quali, but I'm glad that we're going to get to see it today. And, interestingly, well, let's see, Aimstrong is Axis, so we still don't know whether or not he will be playing Brits. That we'll have to find out in Game 2.
I hope he does, just because I think it would be fun to watch. I want to see, I assume it's going to be something, like infantry sections, get an AT gun and a sniper, and then get a Centaur, but it'll be interesting to see if Korean Army can take it to the late game, how the Brits fare without the Croc. Can things like the Sherman Firefly and the Centaur and, the Comet keep up with the late game of something like OKW or Oster, who gets, the Tigers and the Jagdpanzers and Shreks everywhere.
We've already seen a Tiger in our first game of the day. That's pretty cool. You can go through a lot of Company of Heroes games without seeing any super heavy late game tank. So it was a thrill to watch that Tiger come on, all dressed up in OCF decals. We got still 2 minutes to kill, guys, before this game is going to be observable. So sit tight. We're almost there. It's almost just time to start round 2 of the winner's bracket. Next, what we'll do after this is we'll follow the loser of this down to the bottom bracket. And let's see what... Oh my god, guess what I just discovered, Ciez?
What's that? What's up?
Guess who the loser of this is going to fight?
I don't want to go refresh. I could find out. So who are they gonna fight?
Just guess, man. Who could it be?
Dev M?
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Exactly. The loser of this is going to fight DevM in a win or go home situation. So you guys better have a pizza ordered and some popcorn and drinks, because after this battle, we're going to have a killer battle. It could be the two insane clan members. You know, if Korean Army sends Aimstrong down, we could see insane Aimstrong versus insane DevM elimination style.
Yeah, I almost obviously I don't want to root for either player because we're casting and you're not allowed to do that, but I do think it'd be hilarious to see Aimstrong versus DevM, the KO1 kind of legends going at it in the losers bracket, just because.
And they're good friends.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
Tough.
I mean, I've had to play against clanmates in tournaments before, and it's kind of a bad feeling.
Yeah.
You want to play as hard as you can because you want to win, but you don't want to knock your buddy into the losers bracket or even out of the tournament.
Yeah, to win in a tournament, you really need to have killer instinct, and I think this is a trait that some great players don't have. I've witnessed players that will win an auto match and do all sorts of crazy creative shit, and they're always like challenging themselves to do something new. Oh boy, they're starting. Let me sure I get paused on 5 seconds. And but then tournament time comes around, and they just don't have the will to like use the best stuff to kill their opponent. They don't have this like killer instinct. They almost want to like bat them around a bit, just to see what happens, just to discover something new.
They want to play quote unquote fair and not abuse OP stuff.
It's almost like these kind of people, like they make up things to defeat themselves. I've seen it many times, and we've been casting Company Heroes competitions for since like 2007 or 2008. So it's been a good many years, and I've seen players almost self-destruct, shoot themselves in the foot. Anyway, this game is underway. We're paused at 5 seconds. The loser of this goes down to fight DevM. Who's it gonna be? Come on in with me, folks, and let's find out. You ready, Ciez?
I'm super ready.
All right, we're paused at 5. We're going to unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm getting a phone call. It's going to have to go to the machine. Priorities.
All right, nothing more important than this game right now, right?
Yeah, that's right. Take a message. Ami is occupied. In the South, our number 4 invite seed in Operation Charlie Fox, Mr. Pretty Boy himself. He's Dane. He's a handsome man. He won the TFN championship. He's an insane clan member. He'll be playing the Axis side first on Longroskaya in the red trunks. It's Aimstrong! Yeah. And his opponent, we just watched him send Cruzy down to the lower bracket from South Korea. He'll be playing the Soviets in the blue trunks, our number 9 seed from the Open Qualification Tournament. It's KO1 legend. These guys are both KO1 legends. Here we go in the blue trunks, Korean Army! Ciez. Oh, I just heard something break. They're breaking windows. They're breaking. I got sound effects from the game. I got Pioneers pushing some windows out, busting some panes of glass. Here they go. They're at it again. These Pioneers are hiding. They're trying to keep control of the house. Conscripts dancing in and out. Now they're going to shoot at each other a bit over here. Looks like an early cap. This is tournament gaming right here, folks. This MG capping that center VP. You never know that if that third game will come down to faction choice and VP leader. Note to ourselves, Ciez, let's remember to jot down the VP when this ends, shall we?
Yep, I've got a pen and pad ready to go for that. I'm prepared.
Right. That's your job. Okay, these guys are just dancing around each other. Not a single soldier has been lost. Ooh, interesting move, Korean Army. Aimstrong pulls the little hop out and try to bookmark the house, but Korean Army, he oorahs, and he grabs it before Aimstrong is able to hop back in.
That's an important house for the North player to keep control of, because if you can hold both of those houses, you pretty much have your munitions, VP, and fuel locked down.
I just had to ring my bells because a Pioneer died, so that was first blood, and it was drawn by Korean Army. And look at this beautiful flank, an Ura flank by a bunch of conscripts. The MG's not going to retreat. He's going to try to hang out. He does have reinforcements in the form of grenadiers coming up. He's going to try to reposition. And
Barely
once
misses
again, Korean Army dodges the cone of fire.
There's another con squad coming down from the south flanking. I really think Aimstrong's going to have to pack up this MG. 3 conscripts. He's surrounded from every single side here, that MG.
Wow.
He cannot afford to lose it early on.
Okay, the conscripts on the right go down on their bellies. They are suppressed, but these other conscripts, there's a 6-man squad. Aimstrong realizes that that MG is danger low and retreats. And, you know, it's kind of perfect retreat timing. He only lost 1 man of the MG team, which is surprising considering how much damage they took.
Yeah, and these Pios and Grens going at it against all of those cons, forcing one squad off, and look at what Aimstrong just built. This is kind of, I think, like the classic Aimstrong opener for Code 2.
Don't lose your builders. The builders barely escape. They have to run across a red cover road, but they survive. And now these conscripts are danger low, and these guys, I love it, man. I love these early game Company of Heroes battles where players are peeling off. But you know what? I wonder. Oh, yeah, he did it. He killed that conscript squad. I knew that sniper would have a shot at going for it. Let's see. They're saying the stream title is wrong. What are they talking about? Oh, yeah, okay, that's true. We are into the second round now, but sorry for not updating that. But how about that sniper training his gun on that one member of that conscript squad and wiping it?
Yeah, that's a very big first shot from that sniper. That's like losing a squad that early. Obviously, Korean Army could not prepare for the fact that there's going to be a sniper there at that exact time, but like, it makes such a big difference early game. You can even look at their pop cap difference right now. Normally early game it should be very even, but you know, Aimstrong has about a 10 pop lead.
That was a killer first shot. I'm going to name him Helmut, and I'm going to put him on control group 1.
He's about to run into this Maxim now. That's not good. Okay, he gets around the bush.
Nice micro by Aimstrong. You can see how aware he was of coming through this hedgerow. This gap is larger now in the new longer sky, and perhaps it's Aimstrong that's going to get a flank off. Although these two MGs are fighting
that
each
MG
other, the
is so
conscripts close
low.
the gap. Are they able to kill that MG?
Red cover. 1 hit.
Will they
Big
pick him
flamer
off?
flank though.
We got a
I think he's gonna
flamer flank
live.
on the Maxim. The Maxim is in danger. The MG42 is going to survive the retreat. The Maxim is going to survive the retreat. We've seen miraculous retreats already. The MG42 does make it back to the base with almost no health. The Maxim's going to escape. Are these players closely matched or what?
Oh, that sniper's taking so much damage on me.
He is. He is.
That was ballsy.
He's fortunate, though. He's very close to his base. He doesn't have far to run before he's able to get back there. What that does mean, though, is that Aimstrong will have to immediately build a bunker and turn it into a, what do they call it? Not a triage center, but
Med bunker.
just a medic bunker to heal up that sniper.
He doesn't even have the muni for it right now, though. He's still 15 muni off.
Yeah, with that early flamer squad. They're out on the right, but they got a lot of Russian infantry coming their way. They're going to try to lower this fuel flag. They do succeed in whiting it. There's still a fight in the middle going on. We got flamers for Korean Army as well. They're working on some grenadiers. Run like hell. Oh boy, these grens are getting low. Those medics couldn't come any sooner for Aimstrong, but when's he going to get a chance to build them? He just spent manpower on teching up to battle phase 1 is completing now. So I guess he feels getting tier 2 up is more important than healing his sniper.
He's putting up the bunker now. His Pios just got home.
Yep. Okay, up it goes. The sniper's he's like penned in his base, you know. He's not allowed out of the yard until he gets some more health. He says, "Come on, I want to go kill guys." And the commander's saying, "You're not allowed. You need to stay in the hospital for another 6 hours to heal your broken leg before I'm letting you back on the field."
This MG42 is somehow in red cover just in the middle of the road, gets forced off again. Korean Army recapped his side of the map, and he's doing a really great job harassing Aimstrong's side as well. 5-man con squad against a low-health Gren squad, and I wanted to point out that Korean Army actually had a very large fuel advantage during those early game engagements because of, you know, how the manpower of the sniper, you're a little bit down on capping power. You spend all that manpower on the sniper.
Well, this Maxim just perfectly positioned. Aimstrong's going to have to rethink getting out. And, you know, Sniper is a good counter to MGs, but when you got to snipe 6 dudes off a Maxim squad, it can be a little rough.
Yeah, until you get Vet 1 and your incendiary shot kills like 5 at a time.
Does that happen?
If they're clumped up enough, it can.
I had never seen that before. Okay, this Gren is in danger. He won't finish capping the ammo, and that's kind of big because that point connects the fuel on the left. So
oh no, he has the cutoff. The cutoff point is what connects the fuel on the left. So he's still getting fuel right now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still important because munitions are so important for Oster. You know, you want to get all of your LMGs as soon as you possibly can, and when you don't have your munitions, your Grens have to fight cons for even longer without it, and cons tend to be slightly advantaged early on, you know, before those LMGs come. And Korean Army is bringing in, you know, what was a signature unit of last game.
The M5 is on the way.
That's right. And if that thing can get a good bead on Aimstrong Sniper, it might just evaporate.
So one advantage of being seeded into this round 2 of the main event is that I'm sure Aimstrong was watching that first match between Cruising and Korean Army. So he probably has an inkling that an M5 is a unit that he might have to face. Here it comes. What's the ammo situation for Korean Army? 107, so he's almost there. He needs 13 more, and that'll be probably the next purchased upgrade.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, Korean Army sneaks his Maxim into the house near Korean Army's cutoff, and it's laying into the MG42 there. Although Flamers are sneaking around, if Aimstrong wants to push the Maxim out, he should be able to do it pretty quickly. Those Flamers are going to do so much damage to the unit in the house.
Oh, here they come. They're going to go through the gap.
Yeah.
The Maxim's facing westward.
Half health already.
Here come the flames. Yeah, look at that first burst, and the squad health goes down to half, and then, wow, kills a guy, and they're so danger low. Oh, the sniper. You can see the pink mist. That's all you needed to see to know that the sniper picked off one of those guys. A big explosion of blood on one of those members of the Maxim crew, and they are going to escape. And now the quad, he's got the ammo. You can see the upgrades on the way. He's about 30% finished.
There's a pack already, though, yep. Aimstrong was super prepared for this. Already a pack in place.
Boom! First shot takes 50% health off. Will he get the second shot off? Oh, it lands into the ground. We got a flamer weapon on the floor, although they still have their flamers. Did they kill? Did they take the flamer? Are they have double flamers? They do. They're double flamers. They captured a Pioneer flamer. You can see they both have acetylene tanks on their back. Although one of them dies, he really wants to keep that squad alive because if he reinforces, he'll probably respawn that second flamer weapon.
Yep, yeah, that's right. Yeah, but he lost his other. So he had 2 flamer engineers. One of them died in that fight. He might take out Aimstrong's flamer. He does. So Aimstrong lost his
there?
flamer.
I think you're a bit ahead of me. Let's time
MG42.
sync. Get ready to pause, Ciez. I'm at 10:49, 10:50, 1:51, 52, 53, 54. Are we in sync?
I'm at 55, so one more second.
58, 59, 60. Okay, 1 or 2, etc. The quad does pop. So we do have an M17, but he's going to want to repair it before he puts it back into action. Wow, brave pack, right? Jesus, he's the head of the spear right up here. Are you kidding me? I mean, there could be a flamer squad hiding in the midst. You know, there could be some conscripts charging in. But this pack, you know, that's the thing about these top players. They just have amazing game sense. You know, not only do they know where all of their own units are, but they seem to be able to just sense and predict where the enemy units are.
And Aimstrong having to rebuild his Pioneers right now. I'm trying to figure out who came out on top of that fight. I believe Korean Army lost a con and an engineer, whereas Aimstrong only truly lost his Pio. He did have his MG decrewed, which now has Grens recrewing it. So anytime I have to reinforce that, that's going to be a lot more expensive. Luckily for him, Korean Army wasn't able to pick up that, and that would have been really bad if, you know, Korean Army picks up that MG42.
Okay, my second control group is going to be the double flamer combat engineer squad of Korean Army. They are already double vet with 7 kills. Let's see what more damage they can do when they're backed up by this M17 and the fully reinforced Maxim that narrowly survived that sniper shot and all those flames earlier. Wow, instant retreat from the Grenadiers. They are not having this.
And that sniper.
Where is the pack? The pack's in a
It's
good
over, yeah.
position, but Fog of War, he does not see that M17. I mean, the pack's got an amazing range, but you do have to scout for it. Su-76 is on the field. That can barrage the pack from range. It's kind of a nice counter to AT guns. But
Yeah, it's a nice little light counter. At least forces them to pack up and move. And Aimstrong actually hasn't... Okay, he's just opting for that Stuggy. I was going to say he hadn't even tech tier 3 yet, but...
Okay, the conscripts do move forward and scout the pack position, and instantly the Su-76 is tasked to barrage it, and of course instantly Aimstrong moves out of that range of fire. Helmut is right in the middle of it all. He's already picked up a Pippa Vet. Can you believe that he's got 22 kills already? We're only 13 minutes in.
Yeah, that's really that's a ton of kills for this time. The Stuggy is going after the M17, but I don't think it's going to be able to catch it.
That M17 still has a lot of health.
Kills. And 23 kills of that too on your sniper over here.
On Helmut. My man Helmut. Helmut rocking 25. They didn't even give him a helmet. He's just got a soft cap. What's up with that?
He doesn't need one, man. He's too hardcore for that. He doesn't need it.
Okay, you can see the tracers. They look like laser beams as the quad attempts to prevent harassment, but doesn't really succeed. The Grens are still capping. Aimstrong pushing out on the right-hand side behind his Stug, his pack, his sniper, his 2 squads of Grens and his MG. Looks like he's sent an LMG Gren squad to the left and ran into, my man. We need to name this. You want to do the honors and name this double acetylene flamethrower combat engineer squad?
What's Yuri or something? Is that like pretty
Yuri?
stereotypical
I
Russian
love
name?
it.
There we go.
He's the spy name in what was the Kevin Costner movie where the Soviet spy? He was called Yuri. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
No, I don't think so.
It's
That
a
might have been
great
before
movie.
my time.
Oh, get out of here with this stuff. I'm sure that we know, these guys in the chat know what I'm talking about. Wonderful political thriller spy drama. Anyway, so okay, Yuri is our double flamer, and Helmut is our... Or was it Hartmut? Oh, goodness. Was it Hartmut?
I think it was Helmut. Nah, I think it's
Helmut?
Helmut.
Okay. Okay, it's popping off on the right. These guys are finally clashing. The Stug is working in front of the sniper, but most of his shots are just going into cover. We have an Su-76 barrage coming in, and Aimstrong's going to light foot away, micro into a better position. The front line is Grenadiers versus Sweepers, but the Maxim is going to send those Grenadiers home. Where's Yuri? Double tap 2. Where is he?
He's retreating right now. He's going back to base.
Okay, he's retreating. Meanwhile,
M17 got Fausted on the left, though. That's potentially bad. And the Stuggy's going over, but Korean Army's game senses knew the Stuggy was going to come and try to kill him, and he's already moved the Su-76 into position and gets a nice shot off on the rear armor of that Stuggy.
So what exactly happens when you have a damaged engine and you hit overdrive?
I think it's disabled, isn't it? Or it doesn't work? I don't think it works at the minimum. It's not supposed to work anyway.
I couldn't tell if he got any benefit from overdrive at all. He tried to overdrive out, and he's still alive. I mean, the engine's damaged. So mechanized support from Korean Army, which ends with an ISU-152. Could you imagine if we saw that? And then mechanized assault. It's mechanized versus mechanizes, ladies and gentlemen. We might see later, if we're fortunate viewers on SNF channel, we might see an ISU-152 go up against a Tiger. That could be hot.
I think that's a fight that the ISU wins, though. But it would be awesome.
But it all depends. It depends on all the support and the positioning and the line of sight. So many factors would play a part in that. And look at the way these guys preserve their units, so you can rest assured that it won't be a one-on-one. These are armies we're talking about.
These cons on the left getting dangerously low, and interesting choice P-Grens on this map. Not something you see a lot of the time, I don't think.
Well,
P-Grens like this close quarters combat, and this is a lot of open, long-range fighting.
The thing is, the pack, it's difficult for it to chase down anything. Although, if he gets a shot in on the M17...
Oh, it missed!
What? It didn't hit.
It looked like it hit it, yeah. It looked like it went right through it.
Overdrive again, and he escapes. The Stug wants to give chase, but he's too far behind the action. And it looks like the M17 will escape back into Korean Army's base. And, oh man.
What's Su-76 doing? It drove right into a pack. That's not where you want to be, Su-76.
No, it's not. You don't want to go head-to-head. You want to stay at barrage range. Oh, these guys are trading blows now.
You're making an
Army's-
18-8 on that Stug, though. Gonna try to attack ground through the hedge, but it misses. This is some crazy fighting in the middle right here.
Yeah, it is. Look, he's still trying to attack ground, just guessing where that might be.
Oh, a sniper's in the fire?
Yeah, sniper ran twice through a Molotov. Hartmut would be all right with his 30-plus kills. He's going to get back to the base. We have guards out for Korean Army. They're trying
nice
to...
nade dodge, though.
Yeah, really nice nade dodge by the MG42.
I wonder if Aimstrong's going to get Shreks on these P-Grens to try and help counter.
Well, that's what I was imagining. That would give him a way to chase down these rascally vehicles that he can't seem to kill. Or at least ambush them, you know, surprise them from an angle or something like that.
Yeah. Because normally Shreks aren't very good against the M17 because it just suppresses them before you can get in range.
Yeah, he would need to be sneaky and like, come out from a hedgerow or from the corner of the map. And don't put it past these players, man. These are the kind of things that they are masterful at preparing, you know, little ambushes.
Helmut's in red cover at half health. Oh, that seemed a little bit YOLO. I mean, the M17 and cons are right there.
He's got 34 little notches out of his sniper rifle as he keeps picking off Soviets.
Oh, we have Yuri mid going hard on these grunts. Look at all that flames from those guys.
Go get him, Yuri. Pick up triple vet. There it is. There it is.
There it is. A Faust on the M17 though, with the pack and the Stuggy in place to follow up.
Oh my God. So much happening.
This barrage isn't up either.
We're gonna probably have to do some occasional time sinks.
Oh yeah, what are you at? How am I ahead of you?
I can just feel. Well, I can just feel that there's so much action going on, and you know, with my settings and everything, that I might lag a bit here and there. I'm at 1933, 34, 35, 36.
Yeah,
we're all right.
Yeah, we're good.
You might need to do a little pause every once in a while to stay in sync. And, you know, meanwhile, while they're managing this amazing fight in the center, you know, Korean Army's capping on the left with MG and conscripts. The fight is continuing in the center. My man has 35 kills. Korean Army's, both of his Tier 3 vehicles are still standing. Jeez, you never see fights like this in auto match.
Yeah. Well, how do you like the new Longris so far?
Oh, man, it's delivering. You know,
yeah.
I mean, it was, the map followed that typical S front line for a little while, but then 2 minutes later, now look, you know, now it's completely flip-flopping and guys are everywhere. You know, it doesn't look remotely like a campy game at the moment. Not even remotely.
So Korean Army is 2 CP from the ISU and he already has enough fuel in the bank to bring it in once he gets there.
Oh my God. Man, seeing an ISU on this map reminds me of the original Longerskaya tournament that we hosted 2 years ago that was won by a fellow Korean named Condemnation Wings. Condemnation Wings brought an ISU 152 in on this map and just kicked everybody's tail with it. This dude was
That guy
money.
was so good.
He was money. And looks like Korean Army is picking up right where he left off. Now, I think Korean Army, I think he's a little bit older. You know, like we didn't get a chance to see a lot of great young Korean players like Ihito, for example, or Joris from WWU clan because they have to go and serve their army duty. You know, it's required. Every young Korean male must serve in the army. But I think Korean Army is a bit older than that. I think he's already done his duty. So we get the pleasure of watching him fight.
I was really hoping Joris could participate in that tournament because I think he's one of the most underrated players in the game right now. But that's the topic for a different story. So really, Aimstrong's map control the past minute or so has been quite awesome. Look at all the red on that map.
Yeah, he's stopping harassment on the left, backwards facing MGs. Korean Army tried to get this bunker down, but couldn't quite finish it. This double vet M17 is still killing guys. You can see it firing away. Is that Yuri rushing forward? It
was Yuri.
He's going to bail, though. Oh, the sniper picked off one of his squad mates.
Yeah, the other one that makes it out, though.
So our two favorite units picking at one another. Ah, it's this gun and another barrage, and it looks like this bunker's going to fall finally. Was that upgraded with anything? I couldn't even tell.
I don't think it had been upgraded yet.
Oh man, the harassment is just insane from these guys. The multitasking and micro, top level.
This Korean Army is dangerously close to an ISU, and Aimstrong is also dangerously close to the Tiger. I think the Tiger's gonna come first, though.
You do? Oh my god, it's...
Yeah,
wow.
He only needs like 200 manpower, less than that now.
Yeah, it's
less than 100 manpower
720 for the ISU, and Korean Army's only got around 200, so it's going to be a while. He will unlock it probably before he can afford it. Nice flank by the
pack.
Yeah, great flank.
Wow.
To have the guts to do that right in front of a Stug.
Yeah, he gets recruited though, so he's gonna have to take it down again. Huge hit on that M17. It's probably gonna die.
You are a bit ahead of me. You are a bit ahead of me. No spoilers.
Okay,
Here's the killer pack shot. Will he get it? Yes, he will. And that beautiful quad M17 does fall. That's the first vehicle that has fallen in this contest. Meanwhile, Helmut picks up his 44th kill, Ciez.
That's a lot of Soviet blood, and look at how the map control switched so fast. You know, it's already like over half blue again.
It is really hard to keep up with this, guys, and the Tiger is on the field.
I really think Korean Army needs to either kill that pack with his Ciez gun or recruit with those cons. He does not want to give that back to Aimstrong. I'm really wondering why he's not attacking with that Ciez.
Ciez, I think the Tiger thinks we're on Langrskaya Winter because he came with the wrong clothes.
He stands out with that white paint and all of its green.
It does stand out, man.
Why doesn't he pick up the pack? Korean Army, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's just sitting there, waiting to be reclaimed. Yeah. That team weapon control, Romeo often mentions it on his stream. It's so important.
Oh, big barrage right below the house on the right.
The guards almost bought it. What's going on over here? These dudes are all clumped up. He's going to try to Ura to spread, and now we got an off-map called in. This is a light artillery.
That was a really nice split. That reminds me of like Marine splits against mainlings in StarCraft, where everything just goes a different way.
Everybody split, and everything survives, it looks like. The battle is... Oh, Yuri, don't buy it. Please, Yuri, don't buy it. Yuri and Helmut or Hartmut or... Which
the Stug might go down. I mean, the Stug might go down.
What's he being shot at by?
Yes, by the Su-76.
Su-76, can he get the kill shot? There it is! 805 XP. The XP flower blooms. God, good grief. I can't believe what we're seeing already. Triple vet conscripts running away. The pack has been manned now.
Maybe right in their retreat path. They might mow them down.
I think they're going to get the wipe.
There it is.
They do get the wipe. They chase the con around the carcass of the M16 and knock out those triple vet conscripts. It's a good pickup for Aimstrong.
Absolutely, and he recruited his pack. That might be one of the deciding moments of the game, really. Big Su-76 probably going on mid, but doesn't look like it's going to actually... Oh, just kidding. I was going to say it wasn't going to hit anything, and then it did.
All right, let's sync. Be sure you got your finger on the pause button. I'm at 49, 50, 51, 52, 53.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Yuri and Helmut again. Uh-oh. One flamer on the ground. He gets them both! Oh. Helmut is victorious and kills Yuri outright. Both flamers lie on the ground in Langrskaya.
Korean Army wants, or Aimstrong wants it. He wants those flamers, but so does Korean Army. Unfortunately, Aimstrong can't pick up both because that squad already has an LMG. So Korean Army does get the one back. How many kills does Helmut have now, Ami?
Jesus, he's through the roof. 54. It's insane. It's insane Aimstrong, insane Helmut, insane Sniper Micro. He's living up to his clan name.
Korean Army, though, he's 20 manpower off of an ISU. That ISU might put Helmut in his grave, finally.
I don't know. Here it comes. ISU 152, and sure enough, everything we ever dreamed about as KO2 fans is happening right before our eyes. We have a Tiger 1 versus ISU 152 matchup with every manner of infantry and support weapon in between. Killer barrage from the Su-76. Takes out that pack. What perfect timing. So, let's talk about ISU. The thing's got an insane range.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, he
that's
takes a
another
pot shot at Helmut and almost kills him. But you need to scout for it, right? So
Yes.
just
yeah,
talk
they
a
took
little bit about
away,
the tactics of the ISU 152 to someone who might not be familiar with it.
Alright, so it has the armor-piercing rounds and the high-explosive rounds that you have to switch between. So if this thing is shooting at the Tiger with the HE rounds, it's not going to do anything, probably. And if it's shooting at infantry with the armor-piercing rounds, it'll probably also not do much. They did remove the focused sight from the ISU, so you do have to spot for it now, which is a very good change, I think. Because before, this guy could just turn on focused sight and probably start shooting at that pack in mid.
You can see they don't see each other in the middle of the map. The only little skirmish. There's a Molotov in, and that will send the Grens packing. Triple vet on the Maxim. You just don't often see that.
Yeah,
But-
you don't see triple vet Maxims often, you don't see triple vet SU-76.
Sorry that ISU 152 killed 3 members of the Gren squad that was probing the front line. It was just a wallop. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
They came around the corner and they're
Yeah.
like, oh shit!
He's going to poke his head
Excuse
around
my
the corner and try to do the same to the MG42. Meanwhile, action on the left. Dude, how do you micro a sniper and Grant on both sides of the map? You know, the snipers that have health. Careful, Helmut. Careful. 60 kills. I got to give a bell ring. 61 and counting.
So I wonder what's going to end up with more kills, the ISU or this
Dude,
sniper.
nobody-
Look at the VPs. I mean, look at the VPs right now. Look at
Nobody
that.
can catch
Like,
the sniper. I know.
They're so
I know.
even.
It's so close. It's like we've barely begun. These guys are neck and neck, and when they each have 330 VPs, my goodness, this game has so much leg left in it.
All those P-grunts are so clumped. Whew. I was a little bit lucky, I think. Oh, the Tiger looks like it's coming in to want a flank. It's coming through mid.
Okay, well,
The sweeper is right
Korean
behind
Army is
it.
aware of it. He's got guards there, and it's
Yep,
his
and his
is
AC gun
trained.
facing.
Now everything's plugging away. That center VP will become a point of contest. I mean, the VPs aren't even an issue yet. They're so close. Now, I'm wondering, what about like a T-70 to spot for the ISU 152? Ooh, as it clears the pack. Good grief, it's getting big rounds in.
He really needs to kill that pack, though. Like, I don't know. It's one hit from dead. Oh, Helmut is so close to the ISU!
Where?
Look at this.
Oh, shit, where? My
Like-
God, I don't know. Oh, my God! That was it! That was it! Down he goes! Oh, what did he reach? Like 63 or 64? I can tell you that he has got the White Death Award so far, but man, it's sad to see him die. So Yuri's dead, Helmut's dead. Man, everybody's pissed off now. They're just fighting. They're just throwing haymakers, ladies and gentlemen.
He's switching AP rounds, and the Tiger has engine damage. The Ciez gets cleared, though. AP rounds just finished. Does he have sight? Oh, there's one hit.
Huge, a huge hit against the Tiger. Tiger trying to back away. Does he still have sight on him? No, Tiger's in the
Does he
fog
might
of
be able
war
to
at the
attack
moment.
down, though. Oh, he's switching back to HE rounds.
Oh man, I don't want to be these Grens. Oh, it
Yeah.
misses kinda. The Tiger needs to keep backing away. He's really danger low, and there's nobody anywhere nearby to repair him.
What are these Grens doing? They're so clumped.
Dude, they're crazy. Dude, I'm still mourning the loss of Helmut, the sniper with like 64 kills. I can't get over that.
Yeah. Some guards are on their PTRS back, and ISU is rotating to shoot the Grens.
He's trying to find a way. Now he's just going to back out of here. They don't have any anti-tank capabilities, though, so it's a bit of an impotent fight over there. Oh, man. I need to take a breath. These players need to take a breath. The Aimstrong's Tiger is backed pretty deep. He does have some pioneers there that are tasked to repair it. Meanwhile, the capping continues. Looks like Korean Army's got a little tiny bit of an upper hand, although, look at, I mean, the same thing's going on the right. You got Aimstrong capping on the right and pushing a lot of infantry out.
Oh, these Grens are so low on the right, though, and the ISU is turning. No, it's not going to get the shot.
119 XP for killing a Panzer Grenadier. We do have an empty Zis on the field. It's got very low health.
Should be easy for KoreanArmy crew, and now Aimstrong is finding himself with a very injured Tiger. That's going to be a while before it's back in the action. He has to rebuild his pack, so KoreanArmy did finally choose to kill the pack that was sitting on the field.
Yeah, that thing's gone. And I'm still wondering what the fate of this Zis gun will be. It's just sitting empty. It's got very low health. I mean, if there are any vehicles around when it gets manned, it could be annihilated very quickly, or it could be captured and repaired. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, one thing that Relic changed, in my opinion, was a very good change, is the weapon won't break for as long as it's crewed. They can go to like 1 health, but it won't break. And then, like the weapon would break and then the crew would
all
run
the guys
off.
would die.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Now
I didn't know that got changed.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That's a good change, I think, because picking up a AT gun and then having a Tiger shoot in, your whole 6-man squad dies was.
Yeah, that's painful for the manpower. What's going to happen with this AT gun? Still hasn't elected. I mean, these combat engineers could reman it. Maybe that's what's happening. But then, if they reman it, then there'll be less guys to repair it. Okay, they're on it.
That's all right. He doesn't really need to repair it, I don't think.
The Tiger is about 80% health. It's almost ready to re-enter the fray. And it's his SU-70. Oh, he really wanted an SU-76. He replaced the one he lost. I guess that's his technique for clearing packs.
Yeah, well, he doesn't text tier 4. I do like your suggestion of getting a T-70 though to spy. You can even just put it in recon mode and set it next to your ISU.
Ooh. 2 Panzer Grenadiers fall. This ISU is collecting some kills, man. 21 so far.
Yeah, it is. It got Vet 1 and almost halfway to Vet 2, and once you get Vet 2, it shoots even faster. I say
Ciez,
even faster like it shoots fast now. It shoots pretty slow right now.
Ciez, I got to see an ISU 152 as well. We have one here in Berlin. Oh, it annihilates the retreating Panzer Grenadier squad.
More flamethrowers on the ground. That's just been the story of this tournament, hasn't it? Just giving each other flamers.
This ISU is a monster. He's got 25 kills.
That Stug really doesn't want to be there, I don't think.
Oh my lordy. Yeah, I took my son out to Karlshorst. This is the former training center where actually the capitulation document was re-signed. I think it was signed twice.
Tiger pushing on the left.
Yeah, he's coming out. The SU-76 sees it.
SU-76 already almost dead.
Ooh, that shot from the Tiger misses. That would have been the end of the SU-76. What killed it?
I think this is gun.
Really? That
think an
Zis gun?
18A
That's how
too.
important it is, remanning that Zis gun. He killed the Stug. Not bad. So Aimstrong wipes the center VP, but he's not able to finish capping it. Anyway, Karlshorst is where they signed the capitulation document the second time, the actual final official one. And I think General Zhukov was there from the Soviets, and there was a member representing the Brits and the Americans. And it is now a museum, and there's a whole bunch of Soviet armor there. And one of the pieces they have is an ISU-152. Oh, ouch, that hurts. Another dead Soviet infantry squad. Capping with the triple vet Maxim. Oh yeah.
Even the
Maxim's
Maxim's
popping
up to
off
10 kills.
when Chris Velasco's soundtrack starts blasting. That means there's action everywhere. I love how that the soundtrack is triggered by how much fighting there is on the field. So the Maxim finishes the duty. Yeah, sure. When it's quiet, the soundtrack goes quiet, and when a bunch of fighting starts, the soundtrack gets a little louder. It's really wonderful.
Oh, that's really cool. I usually have it off because I was my own
yeah,
music.
well, you're a
use
player.
my own
You turn it off, listen to your own music. Chris Velasco, man, just stellar work all the way through. The new British soundtrack is fantastic, and his Western Front Army soundtrack phenomenal. The original game phenomenal. It's one of Code 2's greatest assets.
Definitely this. I did actually used to listen to it when I first started playing Code 2, and I stopped. Anyway, so the Tiger pushing off the left. KoreanArmy. Oh, that's a huge shot. Takes out 4 cons. He was harassing Aimstrong's fuel, while Aimstrong is harassing KoreanArmy's VP. The heavy tanks are each defending their own side of the map. Another flamethrower dropped.
Got him.
What is that? I don't really think. I think we've only seen one flamethrower explode. Did Relic put a bug in the game to make flamers drop all the time?
I don't know, but we could be tallying up flamethrowers dropped, and we might be in the double digits already.
I think we might. We're close to it.
Never has this ISU been threatened, not even remotely.
Yeah, I don't even think it's taken any damage, has it?
I don't know I mean, yeah, like, has he ever even repaired it at all?
I don't think he's had to. I think the one time a pack shot at it bounced on the front armor. He's been very careful with it, though. This SU-76 got hit. It's not reversing yet. So I wonder, so each player has a lot of fuel in the bank, and I'm starting to wonder if it would be worth, them teching.
Yeah, well, the Tigers capped it 1. The ISU also capped it 1, right?
That's right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, we have a light artillery barrage against the Ziz position, but he's going to very easily micro away. The triple vet Maxim is going to survive. Aimstrong's working on decapping the center VP. He's pushing forward with the Tiger. He knows that the ISU is occupied with infantry on the right. He's kind of like using infantry to give him a bit of a buffer. But, man, those infantry are getting just wrecked by Soviet forces. I wouldn't want to be charged with that duty. Yeah, go make some space, will ya?
Yeah. Go scout for my gun.
And how would you like us to do that, Commander? Well, just run straight at them.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir. Grumble.
Yeah, I really think Aimstrong might need a Panther to, try to flank this ISU. I don't think any Tier 3 tank can do it. He has at least taken Battle Phase 2, so maybe he's gonna go for it. Go for that Tier 4 tech.
And these guys with their formations, they're always leading with infantry. The team weapons are always like pushing forwards and backwards. The MGs are like dodging off-map abilities. The tanks are always exactly where they should be. Are you guys enjoying this in chat? I mean, because we are seeing this game played at the highest skill level.
So one big thing, actually somebody in chat just pointed it out, I've been meaning to bring up, is I don't think we've seen this ISU get a ton of wipes like it used to. And Relic actually fixed squad spacing to where squads want to spread out more in, open or negative cover, which I think is really helping the ISU not be as disgusting as it normally can be.
I had a giggle, Ciez. He just crew shocked the carcass of the Stup. You noticed that?
Oh, I didn't see it.
LOL.
Ooh, Aimstrong is teching Battle Phase 3.
Yeah, okay. We might see a Panzer headquarters and a Panther. That would be lovely. He really does need something that can get behind the ISU, and the Tiger is not the answer.
That's right.
Oh, ow, that hurt.
Oh, there goes a wipe. As we were talking about no squad wipes.
We felt that in Berlin, man. Aimstrong can only be kicking himself for getting in that house in the first place. It was on danger low health, and Korean Army made him pay, man. Point blank, bam. Timber falls around Aimstrong's ears as he loses a Grenadier squad. He's got 3 triple vet Gren squads still. We have 2 conscript squads, one of them triple vet. We have a triple vet guard squad. That's the core infantry for these opponents. Pretty even. Tiger picks up a first Pippa vet, and man, 26 kills. It is hard to vet a Tiger.
It definitely is, and the ISU just got to vet 2. Tiger took a ton of damage in that engagement.
Yeah, the Ziz and the SU-76, they are all picking away at the Tiger's health, and he's going to have to retreat all the way to the base for some repairs. A new pack is out from Aimstrong. That should help a bit.
I think Korean Army, it might be worth teching Tier 4 and investing in an SU-85 or a Katusha or something. I think to kill a Tiger, or especially a Panther, he's going to need a little bit of harder AT.
Man, I can't believe it. If this was like a 15 round heavyweight fight, these dudes are like in round 5, you guys. 238 VPs to 279 VPs. Amazing unit preservation. Look at the capping from Aimstrong. Usually it's the Soviets that are harassing more. But, it feels like Aimstrong is really showing, his class as a player by out-harassing his opponent. He's always on a point trying to cap it, always.
Korean Army does have a pretty significant army advantage, and he's
he
really playing very safe with the ISU, which I think is good, because it's one of those long game units, right? Like, the longer the game goes on, the more you bleed them, the more wipes you accumulate.
As soon as he sees the Grens, they won't be able to finish capping that point. They were hiding in the fog of war. They got the flag almost up. Oh, did he annihilate him from distance? Oh my God, what a shot. How did he even range those units on retreat like that? Do you think that was manually ordered to attack that retreating unit? Must have been, right?
Yeah, probably. The Tiger's coming in for a flank. It's half health, though. Ooh, Vet 2, so that Tiger's gonna have a lot of range now.
Vet 2 Tiger? Seriously? Damn. He really brought the wrong skin. What was he thinking?
So, Aimstrong, is he making a Broom Bear? Am I seeing this right? No way, right? What? He's making a...
What is that?
Against an ISU, he's built... That might be a miss, right? Like, nah.
Yes, he's building a Broom Bear. I mean,
right, but does he mean to build a Broom Bear?
Of course he means to. He's going to use it against the Ciez, against all the infantry that's coming forward. Well, you think it should have been a Panther? Or what?
Yeah, against an ISU, like you gotta get, like you have to get behind that thing. If he can keep his Tiger alive somehow, but flank the ISU with a Panther.
And look at how Korean Army is creeping forward.
Yeah.
Let's put that fog of war on real quick. He can't see Aimstrong moving the majority of his forces to the left. Oh man, these guys are just going to come head to head any second. You can see I'm rotating the fog of war so you get an idea of what the players see. And how they manage the fog of war is amazing, just darting in and out of it.
It's one of the coolest features of this game is the true sight and how it interacts. And Korean Army's gonna see the Broom Bear in a second. It might wipe these engineers in the mid building that mine. Broom Bear is already crew shocked from the ISU.
There's a Broom Bear in Munster I saw as well. I saw a Tiger, I saw a Broom Bear, I've seen an 152. This is great.
I think this Broom Bear is just gonna die.
What? Are you ahead of me again?
Never mind. No. I thought he was gonna get 18-8 on it.
18,
Yeah,
19,
19,
20.
yeah.
We're good? Okay, the Broom Bear is danger low. And look
Yeah,
at the Korean Army.
18-8 on.
He's scouting with the engineers, and he's moving the ISU. He smells
Tiger's
blood.
low too?
He smells blood. But nice micro by Aimstrong to stay out of the range of vision, stay out of the line of sight of the Soviets. What's the plane overhead? We got marked
That's
vehicle.
the marked target plane? Yeah, the marked vehicle plane on that Tiger.
It's on the Tiger, okay.
So Aimstrong has two extremely low health tanks.
Yes, he does. He's building more Grens. It's falling. It's falling. The map control is falling.
Yeah, just so the ISU is doing what the sniper was doing earlier, just slowly accumulating the Korean Army an advantage.
Look at the creep. Good grief. It's about to be a triple cap.
So the Korean Army did tech tier 4 as well, so it's nice to see both players are, using almost everything at their disposal.
Man, this is a game highlight for sure. I think Korean Army's feeling very comfortable right now. Look at this Broom Bear. There's nobody even tasked to repair it. He's only got one Pioneer squad.
Yeah, he's getting a second one now, but that Tiger alone is going to take, another 45 seconds to repair. He's triple capped, so it's 3 VPs every 2 seconds over 45 seconds. It's what, like 70 VPs he's going to lose just repairing the Tiger? It's like half his VPs.
And Korean Army is not going to stop this creep, man. He's not one to kick back and rest on his laurels. Look, he's still pushing forward. He's still probing the front line with sweeper squads. I mean, everything that he's doing, his strategy and his tactics are just on point.
It's really nice seeing him adapting to the map as well. Playing a different commander, playing kind of a little bit of a... His early game was similar, but his late game is a decent bit different.
That 46-minute T-34-76.
Yeah, it's going to really shut down Aimstrong's harassment. Aimstrong doesn't really have anything that can just go kill the T-34 without, you can't drive a Tiger over there to kill it, right?
So, if we think long-term, we look at Korean Army's victory points as they stand now, 269. If Aimstrong does fall and the score remains 269.
Tiger on the left. Don't miss it. Tiger on the left.
I'm not missing it, man. I'm showing it.
All right.
I'm showing it.
The ISU is loading AP
Oh my
rounds?
goodness. Oh my, that could have been the kill shot. Does he have vision? Should he try to attack ground? The ISU is creeping forward. the Tiger all the way back to the border of the map.
Oh, I don't think he has range or vision.
A pretty slick save by Aimstrong, all things considered. But the situation doesn't look any less dire than it did before.
The T-34 could ram it though. Oh wait, to get stunned, Oh man, that 76 is just gonna die.
And another marked target. I guess that's on the Tiger? Or no, it's on the Broom Bear.
Yeah, it's on the Broom Bear, yeah. I think he wanted to mark it and ram it, but he got stunned.
And look how the plane gives vision in the base. So, well,
yep.
The vision's look at that. So he does occasionally see what's going on in there. Oh, the
pack just got decrewed.
I heard the plane go down. I think it crashed off map somewhere, but I did hear it sputter and crash. But look at the map. Look at Korean Army. The creep is real. The triple drain is real. The Gren's getting just wrecked by ISU shots is real.
Yeah, 49 kills. I think Helmut might come out with more kills, but
the ISU
is definitely
going to get the Medal of Honor and the VIP. The ISU will be the VIP of this match if Korean Army can close it out. 45 victory points. It looks like Aimstrong will be defeated. I think we can call it now. I don't think he can stop. That's, 40 seconds of life left. Well, slightly more because the right VP isn't capped, but this Tiger.
He won't even finish repairing his Broom Bear.
Look at these poor Grens trying to go out. One-man squads, two-man squads. Got another T-34 to just say, hey, what's up? Hi, Grens. And Korean Army, that's what I'm talking about. He's just feeling it. He's in rhythm.
Yeah, he's definitely in the zone.
He's in the zone. Aimstrong put up a hell of a fight, though, man. He didn't go down easy, that's for sure. It's not like he got blown out by any means. We're in a 50-minute contest. We got a double vet Tiger on the field, but there's just no physical way he could stop the drain. There's no way.
Yeah, he does not even have time to cap. Even if he had a unit on all three VPs right now, he would still lose.
That Manor Ram.
It's like the Manor SCV from
Yeah, baby. Okay, down to one and done. GG. Well played, KA. He is on a tear. He's won. We've watched 3 games, and Korean Army has won them all. Let's just have a look at this funny T-34 with his busted up snout after manor ramming this double vet Tiger. Good grief, that's a good looking tank. He thought it was winter though. Had he known, and Ciez, I must point out, he forgot his decals.
Aimstrong did?
That was really the
That's
difference.
why he lost, right?
That's why he lost. You don't come into an OCF match sporting generic decals. All right, here's our hero of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the most important person, the very important person, VIP SU 152. Rocking that original skin that the game launched with. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm quitting out of that. Ciez, maybe I'll bring him back in for a little stat screen at the end, but GG, man. We can put one up on the scoreboard for Korean Army, who is just feeling it.
So did you write down the VP, Sami?
No, you did.
Yes, I did, but
I got him in my head. 269, right?
There you go. That's right. That's absolutely right.
All right, fight fans. So take notice. Korean Army wins as allies with 269. We can say hopefully, as casters rooting for the ace game, Aimstrong can take it there. He needs to get a win as allies. And then depending on whether he wins with more or less VPs than that, that could decide who gets faction choice in the all-important game number 3. Now, of course, remember, this is winner's bracket round 2. It's not an elimination match, so we will follow the loser downstairs into the lower bracket to fight Devem. That's what's coming up next, guys. It's going to be a hell of a day of COH action, and we're not even halfway through it yet. Not even close. We got 4 matches for you today.
We got 7 minutes before their next game starts, and I think you're going to like the matchup. I'm not going to spoil it, but I think it'll be cool.
Spoiler, it's going to be Brits. I could read between the lines. Aimstrong's going to go Brits. All right, guys, I'm going to bring you back in game to see the end game screen. Well, the scores, I mean, I would have guessed higher scores. 39,000 damage dealt by Aimstrong. 51,000 damage dealt by Korean Army. I want to go check out. Wow, this gun is the most valuable unit. Computer, you don't know what you're talking about. And the ISU gets voted team killer. The ISU was the biggest boss of the match, and all the KO2 gods have to say about him was that he was a team killer, man. That ain't right.
The Ciez was vet 3 with like 10,000 damage, though. That's pretty considerable.
That is sick. So, well, at least he made the end game portraits. Our ISU did, because he was a monster. Here's Aimstrong's best stuff. He got some grenadiers. Somehow the Sturmpanzer 4, the Brummbär, got a demolisher for destroying one building, but it's really the Tiger Panzerkampfwagen 6. Tiger 1 that got destroyer. He killed 4 vehicles, but it was sad. You get a big double vet unit and a losing effort. It's a little bit bitter. So, overview, the graphs, just run through them real quickly. Relic did improve the graphs, so, oops, sorry, wrong button. These graphs now scale. You can see the Army graphs go up to 5,000. That's really cool. We've never seen that before, I don't think. And you can see at the end there that Korean Army just had like a full, probably 90-plus pop cap. He could have anything he want. He lost one T-34 and the other one came right behind it. But really, they were kind of neck and neck, and there was a point in the middle game when Aimstrong was a bit ahead. But then when the ISU came out, boom. I guess the Tiger came out a few minutes earlier, didn't it? This must be the Tiger coming out, and this must be the ISU 152 coming out. Yep. Resource float. These dudes are pros. They save resources when they need them. Look at this. I mean, this is them saving for the big late game tanks. Just awesome. You can see at the end, Korean Army had his way and was just floating. Points held. All that matters is who owns the most at the end. Who owns those VPs? Korean Army, congratulations. Ciez is starting to sink down in his chair. We've only watched 3 matches, and I'm already feeling it. But we're going to try to stay tight. We're going to take a little break. We got a bit of time to kill before the second game of this contest. So I'm going to take you guys to the break. Ciez is going to tilt his camera down. Right, Ciez?
I'll just sit up. That's what I'll do.
There you go. Sit up.
Makes more sense.
It's good for your back. All right, fight fans. We'll be right back with Game 2 coming up next.